I don't know if that's particularly useful for you as you begin to plenarise your thoughts, Vui, from the Ministry of Pacific Island Affairs. Are you confident going into Saturday knowing that we're going to have a Pacific voice on council?
Yes, absolutely. I think we're very well placed to get people elected to local boards and to council. What we then got to do is realise that this is a big opportunity for Auckland that we've never had before. This city is going to be able to engage with central government in a way that no other council has ever done before. If we can help shape the city's views and policies, we can help shape central government in the way in which they react. So Pacific people have got to be there at every entry point, whether it's elected, whether it's building up relationships with officers, whether it's engaged in the planning processes, the Auckland Social Policy Forum, the whole lot. We've got to be in there, not just knocking on the door, but sitting around the table and having our say, because that is going to give us a very powerful voice in the country we've never had before.
Awesome. Alfred?
Yes, I believe that and quite confident that we're going to have good representation. I think, though, that it's not just about on Saturday we celebrate, but come Monday, we need to be thinking continually about the future. I think we need to plan early and intentionally about how do we increase that voice and those opportunities. Rather than wait for another 3 years and then spend the next 4 months trying to get our people in, we need to be planning almost immediately about how do we intentionally get our people into those positions so that they can influence and be able to sort of take on some of those power positions so they can shift the power and the opportunity back into our communities as well. So it's encouraging, I think it's great. And opportunities like this and wonderful people like yourself. And the Pacifica Voice, like I want to say, the Pacifica Voice is alive. You know, it's not just dependent on what happens on Saturday. We need to continue what we're doing now. More forums, not only of whanau and discussion, but forums of action, and that also highlight what we're actually doing in our communities, like out in South Auckland and West Auckland and Central City.
Choice. Bessie?
Yeah, definitely. Definitely very confident about having a Pacific voice around the table come Saturday or come Monday. Definitely around looking at how we're going to move forward in the future. I'm all about educating. I'm all about mobilising, and I think that needs to be done a lot earlier. And I think that 3 years is a very short time to be able to look at everything that we're supposed to be doing. But I think that we need to get some. Come Monday, we need to get the people who are elected need to get some real thinking caps on and get their bums down and and get to work really and looking at how we can get the Pacific people mobilised for the next 3 years and getting people, educating them around the value of voting and the value of being part of this process.
Choice.
That's me.
Leela?
I do. I'm pretty confident that we will actually have a Pacifica voice. I also agree in that it will be a work in progress and that it will be a tough road ahead, but I think that with the indications are that we have good people that have put their hand up, but I also believe that it's really important for the leaders within the family units and in the wider communities to also take ownership of perhaps their roles and for us to be more creative of how we engage with our community and getting buy-in and raising education, all that stuff. Yeah.
Thanks. Dr. Foote?
Yes, I'm very confident that we'll have some Pacifica reps in the new setting. And I guess it's our roles, the wider community is, especially us in this forum, our role is to help them out, to assist them throughout the journey. It would not be an easy journey for them, but it's for us to make some contribution that will enhance what they are doing. And one thing that I forgot to mention, that I feel for those people who will be losing their job because I read there are 1,400 people will be a job will be going, and I guess there are a few of us Pacifica people are there, and I feel for them on the socio-economic well-being, and I hope that the council the new settings will give them a golden handshake to save their families while they are looking for another job. Thank you.
Awesome. Well, folks, thank you very much. It's been a pleasure hosting our panellists. All the best to Bessie and Alfred, who are both standing for positions at council level and local Community Board. And thanks to our audience today. Thank you very much for attending, and congratulations to Unitec for holding these fora. And we look forward to maybe doing it again in a year's time or even 3 years' time to look at what progress has actually been made. Just finally, I noticed that there was some food left outside, and there's water and juice. So hang around, let's talk some more. This is your chance to go, oh, okay, I've heard an hour and a half of them. And if you haven't heard enough and you're crazy like that, then by all means grab them and get some more out of them. Otherwise, thank you very much for attending. Thank you. Thanks, everyone.